The story continues as a group of politicians opposed to the Minister of Education holds a press conference. They accuse the minister of being dishonest, claiming that the Student Protection Task Force is not really about protecting students. According to them, the minister is only using the organization to take revenge for his daughter, who was killed by school gangsters. They also reveal that Hwa Jin's late wife was one of the victims of school violence. When Han Rim hears this, she is shocked. For the first time, she begins to wonder whether the accusations might contain some truth. Soon afterward, the minister and his team hold a meeting to discuss their next mission. Their target is a prestigious international language school. At the same time, a shocking incident occurs at the school when a student violently attacks one of his teachers. Hwa Jin and his team are immediately dispatched to investigate. When they arrive, they are surprised by the enormous size and reputation of the campus. Seo Young explains the school's history to Han Rim and tells her about teacher Cheon, one of the most respected teachers in the institution. Many of his students are accepted into the country's top universities, making him a highly admired figure. Meanwhile, Hwa Jin meets the teacher who was attacked and asks what caused the student to become so angry. The teacher calmly explains his side of the story. During the conversation, Hwa Jin asks him to repeat the famous phrase he often tells his students, "Always believe in your talents and abilities." When the teacher says it, Hwa Jin smiles and even applauds him. He appears genuinely impressed by the teacher's educational philosophy. Elsewhere, Han Rim interviews the student who attacked the teacher. The boy is furious and refuses to cooperate. "If I tell you the truth, you won't believe me anyway," he says. "Do whatever you want. Punish me or arrest me." Han Rim tries to calm him down, but he remains silent. As the investigation continues, Hwa Jin interviews another student. She describes teacher Cheon as an excellent educator who has brought great honor to the school. According to her, he works tirelessly for his students and even celebrates their achievements when they succeed. At the same time, Han Rim speaks with Seo Young, who informs her that the student, Hyeon, is one of the school's highest-ranking students. Determined to uncover the truth, Han Rim questions Hyeon again. She asks why one of the best students in the school would suddenly attack a respected teacher. At first, he refuses to answer. Only after being pressured does he finally reveal the truth. He explains that his family's restaurant was forced to close after teacher Cheon publicly accused it of operating illegally. As a result, his family fell into financial ruin. They could barely afford his tuition anymore. His parents later hired a private tutor to help him continue his studies. However, teacher Cheon allegedly pressured the tutor into abandoning him as well, leaving Hyeon with nowhere to turn. Meanwhile, teacher Cheon gives his own interview to Hwa Jin. He claims that Hyeon was arrogant, frequently disrupted class, walked out during lessons, and constantly caused trouble. Surprisingly, Hwa Jin seems satisfied with the explanation. But Han Rim is furious. She confronts him directly. "Why are you only listening to one side?" she asks. "We're supposed to find the truth. Is this really how we're supposed to do our job?" Hwa Jin simply tells her not to rush to conclusions and to continue investigating. Later, Seo Young visits the private academy where Hyeon used to study. There, he meets Hyeon's former tutor and uncovers the hidden connection between the tutor and teacher Cheon. Armed with new evidence, Hwa Jin confronts teacher Cheon. He reveals that he has discovered the truth about the private academy and how teacher Cheon secretly manipulates student rankings. Wealthy families pay him to ensure their children receive top scores, while less privileged students are intentionally pushed down the rankings. Teacher Cheon immediately becomes angry and storms away. The following day, he secretly meets one of the wealthy parents who desperately wants her daughter to receive high grades. She refuses to accept poor scores for her child, and teacher Cheon confidently promises that he will make sure the girl passes with excellent marks. Meanwhile, Han Rim still struggles to trust Hwa Jin. She worries that the accusations against him may be true and fears he is no longer acting objectively. Seo Young reassures her and urges her to have faith in him. Suddenly, the situation takes a dramatic turn. Police officers arrive and arrest Hwa Jin and several members of the task force. They are accused of abusing their authority and carrying out personal vendettas. Even the Minister of Education is arrested. The scandal dominates television news across the country. At the same time, teacher Cheon secretly passes examination materials to one of the wealthy parents to ensure her daughter achieves top scores. Before being taken away, the minister quietly instructs Seo Young to continue the investigation since he is the only member of the team who remains free. Soon, the day of the examination arrives. Teacher Cheon approaches the student he helped and confidently tells her to do well. Meanwhile, the minister and his team are brought before the court, where prosecutors accuse them of using the task force as a tool for revenge. Then everything changes. Teacher Cheon suddenly discovers that the examination papers have been replaced. Panicked, he rushes into the classroom and tries to stop the test. But Hwa Jin appears and calmly reveals the truth. The task force switched the exams. Their operation has succeeded. Teacher Cheon's corruption is exposed in front of everyone. His secret dealings, evidence, recordings, and conversations are publicly revealed. The entire school learns how he accepted favors from wealthy families and manipulated student results. The student who received the leaked exam is overwhelmed with shame and desperately tries to destroy the evidence, but it is already too late. At the same time, Hwa Jin meets Hyun and tells him something he has waited a long time to hear. You were right all along. For the first time, someone finally acknowledges the injustice he suffered. Meanwhile, the Minister of Education successfully defends himself against all accusations. Standing before the public, he exposes the hidden crimes of corrupt politicians, wealthy parents, and influential figures one by one. He openly reveals their names and explains how they bribed teachers to secure unfair advantages for their children. There is nowhere left to hide, he declares. No matter how powerful you are, we will find you. In the end, the Student Protection Task Force achieves another major victory. The student who had been wronged visits the team to personally thank them for restoring justice. And finally, Teacher Cheon, the man everyone once praised and respected, is arrested for corruption, fraud, and betraying the very students he was supposed to guide. The truth is exposed, justice prevails, and another school is saved from those who abused their power behind the mask of education.